As you sit with a tall, straight spine, begin to develop your ujjayi breath, to develop focus with an aim of a 6-count inhale and 6-count exhale, allowing the breath to begin to focus the mind. Welcome anything that arises without resisting or trying to fix it. Just let it be part of your current experience. It's not the whole thing. And just come back to your ujjayi breath. And as you sit, be aware that there is a piece of you, your essence, that is aware of you sitting. Imagine that you could just let that inner piece of you, that part of you that can just observe, just watching you sit and meditate. That peaceful, steady, calm part of you that's watching you have these thoughts, have these feelings, and watching you watch your breath. Now imagine that you could let that inner essence of you that can just observe begin to move, almost hover behind you, and observe you from behind, just watching you sit and meditate. And invite that part of you that is watching to move back and up, as though it could watch you from the ceiling, a perspective from above. There is no judgment in this essence of you as it watches. That is the ego self that judges. Now imagine that this essence of you, this piece of you, could hover even higher above the roof of the building in which you sit. Still seeing you and seeing others that may be in the building. Watching you watch your breath, flowing in and flowing out. Now imagine this piece of you pulls even further, higher, seeing many roofs and many individuals, and still seeing you sit and watch your breath. This piece pulls even further, higher, and sees the whole province, this country, still seeing you, but becoming smaller. This higher piece of you takes in everything else as well. Now this essence of you pulls back even further, to the edge of the Earth's atmosphere, taking in the whole planet and the many people on this planet. Still seeing you and everyone else. And now pulling back even more into outer space, still aware of where you are, but now taking in everything else. Seeing different planets, different stars, different galaxies. The further you pull up, the more you start to merge with supreme consciousness that doesn't have form or personality. Just this great space of all-knowing. And here, this essence of you begins to probe the question, who am I? Without a body, without my thoughts, who am I? Without opinions, without lists of things to do, without a resume and accomplishments, who am I? What am I? Begin to open yourself to the possibility of receiving some answers from this space of unconditional loving source. Without a body, who am I? Without my relationships, who am I? What am I? Without my history, my memories, my experiences, who am I? Am I male or female or both or neither? Sincerely remain open to whatever answer arises, if an answer arises. And if an answer arises, ask more. Who is that? What is that? Without a body, without my thoughts, who am I? Without my perspective, letting go of my way of thinking, who am I? Allow yourself to sit in this wondering and see if you can be comfortable not getting a full answer. Can you live the question, who am I really? What am I really? Keeping this new insight, bringing it with you, let your essence begin to move closer to the earth. See the globe. See the terrain. See the people from this new perspective. Move your essence toward your country, your province, and see things with a slightly different perspective with this new insight. Move your essence to hover above your building and let it drop through the roof, and hover in the room in which you are still sitting and meditating. Now the essence of you hovers right behind you. And if you are judging yourself, go back to that piece of you that has no judgment. And with your essence right behind you, let it move through that space of the shoulder blades and into your heart. Inhaling into the heart and tapping into this new insight. Expanding everywhere as you inhale and falling deeper into the heart and into your essence. In your heart, you receive this new perspective, even if it is a small flicker. Inhaling, let the breath travel down to the base of which you are sitting upon. And as you exhale, allow the breath to travel through your sit bones, through your pubic bone, through your sacrum, and down into the earth. Inhaling, let the breath travel down. And as you exhale, allow it to travel down through your legs, your feet, and into the earth. One more time like that. Inhaling deep down into the pelvis. And the exhale down through the legs and into the earth. And begin to invite your Ujjayi breath back to help you embody your physical form. And then rub your hands together and begin to create some heat. Keep rubbing faster, creating warmth. And then place your hands over your belly center without comment on shape or size. Breathe energy from the hands into the belly and from the belly into the hands. And then bring your hands to your heart center. And we will close our practice with one round of Om. Taking a deep inhale. Your eyes cast towards the floor. Allow your eyes to flicker open, coming back into your space. Namaste. So this meditation was meant to allow us to see ourselves from a different, bigger perspective, and allow the ego part of ourselves to shrink a little bit, and for us to realize that there is something bigger at play, and the largeness of what that might be. And so if you're participating in our self-inquiry, you can grab your journal and you can write down your self-inquiry question. And you can go ahead and sit for a few minutes and write. I'm going to have you consider a situation that you were in that was, it's easy for us to think of this in an uplifting situation about what comes forth from us in that situation. But I'm going to ask you to consider a situation that was difficult, and you created the best outcome possible given the situation that you were in. And it could be a small, difficult situation or a bigger situation. And you can just do this either as a poem, which is really fun because then you're not worried about complete sentences, or just write words and phrases as they come to you of the best parts of you that came forth as you maneuvered through whatever your difficult situation that you're thinking of was. And again, just think of words. So take a few moments to think of a particular situation, and then just start letting things flow, how you dealt with it and what came forth about you out of that situation. And these are positive things we're looking at, not that you fell apart, but more maybe you found strength, or maybe you found leadership, or maybe you found creativity, or maybe you found selflessness or nurturance, or something that perhaps you didn't know you had in you until you were faced in this situation, and found qualities within yourself that came to the surface. So have some fun with that. And next week, we're going to bring everything together. And so I look forward to seeing you then. Namaste.